Little guy there. Okay. Oh, whoops. The first one we had before, he had like 0, like completely nothing for the nose. A little bit of a nose. We'll sculpt all that goodness in ourselves. And flatten it back up there. A little bit more lenient, some of these. Maybe we even exaggerate some of them. I want to keep this lip kind of sticky out. Because it's not going to be there for our lower LOD, which we have over to the other side, but still. We have about 50 or so polygons, so we can push into this guy still. And I'll probably use the strands to do the rest. Look, our current poly count, let me delete this and extrude. There it is. Oh. Whoops, sorry. Guys, we are at 492 polygons out of 550. Okay, so we still have a few to give. Let's do the hair first. Yeah, that nose and those pieces are adding quite a bit. Maybe we want to bring this. That flatness. Character. Kind of flat face, kind of. This color is just there for have that actually likeness. And the eyes will be ripped up into sockets like that too. Skin will be split, going towards the back of his head. Better than that. That's just a placeholder look. Hey Thesis, what's up, man? Just please don't give Abaddon a face. Well, it's gonna be all ripped up like this. Be alright, dude. This is the Witch King of Akmar now? What's that from? There is a poly count, absolutely. And we gotta stick to it. There's a LOD 1 and LOD 0, levels of detail. One for far away and one from close up. So it gets tricky. You just can't submit them if you have a poly count, you know. So you can't even submit them to be looked at by Valve. Can I go over the poly count to use the item for myself? No, you gotta, I mean, if you start using models that are not by the client, you could be flagged for the VAC, for back. It's like using spiked models kind of shit. Offline I could, but online you should stick with back stuff. You don't wanna get your account flagged, even if you're not really cheating, if you're just using it for creation stuff. Careful. I don't know where he's flat most of the time, huh? But I'll try and keep it a little bit flatter than what I'm doing. I'm going a little too crazy with it. Possible. A little bit of a volume is good though. I need to make his face a little bit more dynamic. Really pushing to the side. The original. Just kind of goes. I made that a little. These Abaddon-ish. Better. Way more Abaddon. We flubbed it up. Solo poly, but I mean we can see the volumes and what we were able to do in ZBrush later. You're right. Oh my god, it's running forth. Holy shit. I gotta touch that one. Did somebody link the patch notes? Yeah, actually, dude. I have them up on... here, I'm gonna give you two links. I'm gonna give you our Facebook link, where we post all sorts of news and artwork from other artists and funny images and all sorts of cool shit. I mean, some of this shit is really fucking hilarious, but we kind of push some cool items on there from other people. Funny links and sets that come out, and you guys throw us a follow or a like, whatever the fuck it is, on Facebook. And the patch notes are right here. There's both links for you guys. MD, man, thanks for the follow. Welcome. LiveWorkshop that I will not be balanced anymore. What am I supposed to do? You're supposed to jump over to the next hero that's OP and start learning that hero, man. That's what everybody does. I like the prequels, man. He's gonna permaban me for saying that. No, I don't. I mean, I don't hate the prequels. They're nowhere near as good as the other ones, but I mean, they're still fun movies to watch, obviously. I mean, the story and the characters and the acting leaves a lot to be desired, but there's a lot of other like sections of the movies that are just awesome and brilliant. Gotta take them for what they are. So since Princess Leia is a Disney princess now, when they make her castle at Disneyland, it should just be all like moldering smoke and debris, right? And it would be funny for Alderaan reasons. Too soon? This part we can maybe start moving. Zero? Why not? That's good.
I'm running away from this pain. I'm trying to find a new way where the sun's shining down on my face. I'm running away. You're in a toxic relationship. Time to be free.
Frozen? Oh, Frozen was such a shitty movie. Worst story ever. There's not even a fucking villain in the movie because he just like appears out of nowhere. You don't give a fuck what happens to him because he's like, hey, this guy just showed up. This is gotta be one of my least favorite Disney movies. It was really shitty. The only thing that was actually cool about it was what's the name of the snowman? Everything else about that movie was shit. Maybe his hair is getting a little too near this stuff. Getting a little too large. Concentrate more on the rest of them. Volumes. Olaf. Yeah, Olaf was funny. But that was because of the voice actor and the lines that he gave him. Yeah, everything else about the movie was shit. And Zero story arc. Shittiest villain of all time. And I've seen the Cable Guy. And the main character made zero fucking sense at all the entire movie. The sister was a fucking idiot. Fuck that one. Oof. Saving some polygons down there. So harsh. Oof, I would love to have another poly there. Forget about it. Oh. 496 polygons. Hey, alright, we still have some freebies here. And add some strands of loose hair, maybe. Problem is, we won't really have those polygons. Oh, maybe we save some polygons somewhere else for the other LOD. Hopefully. I don't know, we'll have to wait till tomorrow until we get the LOD one from the actual default model. And see how close we can get to those polygons. Did I see the video about the snow simulator for Frozen? The simulation was something else though. Well, it was the same snow stuff that they started off from their sims in The Incredibles. So they just build it off of that, and they obviously keep getting better. Actually, no, that wasn't even Pixar. That was DreamWorks, wasn't it? The Frozen people. You're right. So yeah, no, I haven't seen the behind-the-scenes stuff for them. I was thinking they started off the other stuff. Awesome, but yeah, I mean the tech behind even when she builds the castle up and everything, that was really cool. But that was the technical team, artist team, and the side of the team that fucked that whole movie up, in my opinion. I don't know, that's just me. No food in their hemp mine. American nerd, how dare you? Cable Guy. Hey Envy, I did miss your last message, and I have seen the set that Anuxie's working on a little bit here and there. Throwing a whole bunch of like robes and things onto the Ember Spirit. It's looking pretty cool. So a little bit of it here and there. I haven't been home for the past like 4 days. I was helping my girlfriend move. Before that, I was installing the new power supply and a new card, a new monitor here. Everything's out of commission for a little bit. It's not a crossguard, those are exhaust ports. Oh dear. You ever know when the pledge gonna be implemented? Ah, fuck. No idea, dude. Yeah, couple days. As usual. Oh, Crowd says Thursday, as always. There you go. You only have 1 day left to play out balanced Dota. I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, there's definitely like a flavor of heroes that are a little bit, or picked quite a lot more than other heroes, obviously. Seem a little bit, I guess. Hey man, what you gonna do? To my LiveWorkshop, do you only make sets for popular heroes at the time? No, we jumped across a whole bunch of different ones. By the time we finish the hero, sometimes they nerf the hero. It actually happened with RPL. We had the hero all lined up, people were using him, you know, Loda was using him, the EG guys were using it. And then they nerfed him like crazy, and then nobody fucking used him. But at that point, the set actually didn't get in until later on, for TI4. But then at TI4 he was still nerfed, so I mean, he was selling because a lot of people liked it, but I guess then they kind of redesigned him, and even though it sold actually really well. But even with him being nerfed, it was still being sold and did really well. But it continued because the hero got redesigned, and then a lot more people started using it afterwards. Continued selling really well. So I mean, I guess I can't say that the redesign of the hero helped it, but it just answers your question, I guess. We actually started making him before, when was it? I think around the time he got nerfed, actually. It was way before TI4. Because for TI4 we were doing the Lone Druid. So yeah, we started this, or maybe I don't know, I can't even tell. But yeah, no, we don't really choose the most popular heroes all the time. I mean, we obviously look at what heroes are being used a lot. But we're not like, okay, we're gonna do the number 1, 2, and 3 and let's go. Just as long as they're maybe in the top half, unless we have like a super crazy awesome idea for a set, then we jump on it regardless. We gotta balance things out. Too bad Starkiller's not really canon. Yeah. Winter Weaver got beat into the ground, but didn't they give her a buff at the same time to kind of balance the nerf that she got? Or was that just her Ag Scepter? Or her... Yeah, was it? Ag Scepter? I can't remember. Oh shit. Hey Sack06, what's up? Alright, Hempman, enjoy your cooking, dude. Making me hungry. See you next time. It was her ultimate that was changed? Oh, okay. So I think it was like 2 heroes get hit by her Ice Blast or some shit too, right? I remember it all. Oh yes, I'm finally Red Spirit in Captain mode. I actually want to see him played by the pros. He's a super hard hero to use really well, but I mean that guy in action with all his spells and all that shit. Awesome. They did nerf him a little bit, which I guess he needed because he was like the pros would say that he was like he could do everything. Silence and save heroes and kill and he had escape, he had everything kind of thing. Kind of nerf it. But I'm really interested to see what the pros do with him. Really exciting. Winter's Curse primary and secondary units are now immune to all damage from their enemies. Oh, there you go. Remember, 2 heroes kind of getting affected by something. Okay. And I think I want to keep these guys a little bit farther into. They're creating a little bit of a fade on the outside of the hair. That probably. Lucky, maybe even use for LED one. Let's see. I'm bringing it out too low because a little bit of an overlap. Perhaps this could be thick. Let's make it its own thing. We can even mirror this from the top one. Clever about it. Should work out. We'll have a grading going from the front to the back anyway. This guy. Somewhere. What? Maybe another one at the back. We'll see where we actually need this. It's hard to tell at this point. One section of the UVs with that. thinner strands that we pleat. Make it look really detailed, even if it's like 5 quads or whatever it is. This kind of reminds me of Dota 1 Death Knight more. Oh shit, can you shoot a link our way? Let's see what that looks like. Effective luck. Interesting to see. What are the requirements to using a lightsaber? Well, there's no, it's not like they're, you know, you have to be force sensitive. Decreed by George for some of the species in Star Wars universe. Anybody can use a lightsaber, it's just that to create a lightsaber, you need to be force sensitive, because it takes like some crazy amount of concentration or something to put the crystals together to actually make the beam work. So that's why you see only the Jedi usually with lightsabers, even though, you know, in some extended universe stuff, you see Boba Fett actually stole the lightsaber from some Jedis that he murdered, assassinated, and same thing with Grievous, right? That's the only reason that those non-force sensitive characters have lightsabers. Sorry. Shit, I keep moving that bird. And that one. This guy we can push the other. Something more clever with it. Onto the middle, have this edges offset each other so that when they are rigged to different parts of or different bones, they'll actually flow in different ways. Clever like that. Pretty good, I think. This side's gonna be mirrored different. Start pushing these guys in other directions. Left to right, even though it's going to be mirrored, the meshes will allow us to make that different. Hey, what's up, Mobarn? Oh, did I just explain a whole bunch of you guys questions with the lightsaber stuff and the force sensitive stuff? Yeah, well, he took Obi-Wan's lightsaber, but then he got it back like 3 seconds later. He had a ridiculous, stupid distraction from R2-D2, and that was silly. They should have made Grievous way more of a badass like they did on the 2D animated movies. That they did, yeah. But in the movies, he didn't come through as badass as that character actually was. Yeah, not in the movies, but in the animated movie, he was the biggest badass ever. But yeah, kind of fucked him up in episode 3. Yeah, like in the animated movies, he battles like I think 5 Jedi at the same time, and he kills all of them except Mace Windu. And then Mace Windu kind of like forces him to run away because he was gonna defeat him. Every time that he's in trouble, he runs away. That's the thing with him. Hey, Gositas, what's up, man? Oh, thanks. Yeah, we might be working on this guy instead of the Windrunner, because we'll finish this guy before if we stay with Windrunner. So I'm thinking of switching gears and pushing this guy into this chest that we want to push for, and pushing Windrunner into a later thing. So we would have Timbersaw, Gyrocopter, Abaddon, Lena, Blinks, and our Raptor Courier. Shit, you know, we actually might have extra polygons for the shoulder piece. Let me take a look over here. Stop working on the head for a bit. There's something that I want to try and maybe bring out. And that way. Let's try. Tries. Let me see what does this guy have for? Oh, I think he's way over. Yeah, shoulder P. 250. So we're right on the freaking line. I'm gonna try something else. We don't. I mean, there's just. What if? What if we don't do the chains? If we don't do the chains and just give him like this like king armor. What if? You're with me now? How do you guys think? It's gonna echo his crown, and it's also gonna echo his armor bits. What do you guys think? Yay or nay? Shakti's apprentice, Mare's Brood. She's still alive somewhere. is that? It says no chains. I miss Shakti. Her death was so terrible they cut it out of the freaking movies. And on top of that, they want to keep her alive for a future. Let's see exactly. There's the weaker Jedi battles. Okay. The horse is really epic. I can see the high poly version, please. Yeah, why not? I think I have Super open already, actually. Yeah, because we had the Lena there. I'll load it up for you, man. We haven't, I mean, that horse we finished back months ago. We were just working on other stuff, and now we're like, hey, let's finish the set. What was the Abaddon? Puddles. Brush. 2A. So there's the sea brush for the mount. I actually went in and did all the muscle groups for the freaking horse. And then sculpted on top of the skin and went from there. Pretty crazy. The chains look good, but they're a little oversized. Well, they're oversized so you can see them from far away a little bit better. But I think I'm digging more of the armor matching together. I mean, the prisoner worked a lot better when we had him bald and we had him with his hands behind his back and chains in the back as well. But since we added that extra cape on the top, he looks more royal, more like a knight even. And then we added the crown, and then we've been kind of adding the hair on top of that. So it's kind of taking a little bit of turn more towards like a... I mean, he can still be a cursed king, just not a prisoner. Kind of twisting that way now. I know, Sam needs to get into one of the Star Wars movies, man. Hopefully he does. I'm sure he can do an amazing character, whatever they choose him for. Cursed Prince over Cursed King? You think a prince? Too many kings? What about the armor partially the king? Yeah, I mean, we can do that with ZBrush as well. Yeah, for sure, Gositas. Absolutely. Prince sounds better in your opinion? Okay. Can I show the Undying set? You want to see it on ZBrush? The regular. I don't know why this thing started loading just with. Oh yeah, we're working on the cloth. I totally forgot about this. We got pretty far on the cloth piece. I even started doing the hilt, the little cuts in the hilt to make it more, just cooler. Have some design behind it. Face. Crazy awesome. Oh yeah, I did more work on the hair too. Did we subdivide this one more time to do the... I think it still needs one subdivision, I forget. Then we subdivided, but I can't remember. We're literally working on 7 sets at the same time, so... hey Vicious. Or what is it? Yeah, it is Vicious PP. Okay, welcome. And Sack06. Oh, we got a Sack06. Gold Blitz Captain we missed, and Nail22, welcome you guys. Thank you so much for the follows. Kid Fisto was one hell of a Jedi. Well, not in the movies, in the Clone Wars, he was freaking awesome. And in the cartoon was even cooler. But yeah, in the movies he died like a chump. Got slashed by Darth Sidious in one shot, it was so stupid. Prince. Yeah, Prince sounds pretty good. There's a lot of kings already in Dota. Maybe we'll go with Prince. The Damp Prince or Cursed Prince or something like that. Oh, thank you, Dragos. Yeah, I mean, he's not available in the workshop yet, but we're kind of like jumping ahead and designing him and pushing him through, hopefully. When he's available to be, to them to actually take submissions for Undying. When is the Witch Doctor Piranha set gonna make it into the market? I don't know, man. We gotta wait for the new source tools. Valve mentioned a while ago in their blog that they weren't gonna be looking at any sets that had special effects or animations because they were focusing on reworking the source tools and everything for the workshop. That possibly means that we have to wait for that stuff. I think before we continue with the Abaddon set, we need solid lore for it. I don't know. I think we can continue modeling for it. The lore can fit into anything that we create right now really, really well. I mean, we have the Damned or Cursed Prince thing going pretty well. So let's continue with the armor on him. Looking pretty good. Stexara has a question. You wanted to make a high poly Dagon, or a dragon, sorry, we just made a Dagon. Dragon and bake it into a low polygon model. Just don't know how to bake the wing part that is going to be flat polygon into the low polygon model and obviously separated from the other parts. But on the high poly model it has thickness as it has one of the models, if you understand what I'm saying. I do understand what you're saying. So let's see. Let's do a quick example for you. Where's my hair? Okay, so let's say... hold on, let me duplicate this and we'll work up here really quick. I'll show you how to do it. Let me get rid of the colors on it. Get a flat color so everybody can see. Okay, we'll make another copy of that for the low poly. And since this is going to be the high poly, I'm going to go ahead and do a local subdivision just to... Okay, so I mean it's not perfect, but let's say that this is the thickness that you're talking about, right? So your dragon wings and high poly have thickness, right? Shit. Okay, and then this is your low poly. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in a transparent material. Do I not have a transparent material? I have transparent materials in here. Okay, so let's say this is your high poly. Your low poly, since if you're gonna have it go into a single edge, let's say your super low poly is gonna be a quad, I guess is what you were saying. And it's gonna look something like this. So you want to bring your underneath polygons. We're gonna grab your low polygon and make this guy's fit right over top of your high poly, all the way to the edge. And if you're making your edge stuff for your high poly stuff, make sure that this flatness is not perpendicular. Like it's not perpendicular, right? You don't want it to go straight up. You want to be able to texture the edge a little bit with both your normal map for the bake and with your texture. So what you want to do is, if this is your low poly and your high poly is like this right now, your high poly, make sure you angle it a little bit more so that when it bakes and it grabs those ray traces for that section, you have actually those polygons, that section of polygons there that actually gets baked onto your low polygon. So this strip of polygons, make sure that it's a little bit more angled towards the middle. So you end up with your edge, a little bit more tilted inwards at an angle, so that this gets baked down to your low poly. And even though it's just one quad, you're gonna get that edge is gonna get picked up, and you're gonna get in your normal map, and different light is gonna hit it, so it's gonna look good that way. And there you go. That's how you do it. And I mean, you're saying like going with a quad. If you have extra polygons, then you can add an extra edge loop there and add a little bit of an extra edge yourself. But if you're just working straight onto a quad and you don't have the polycount for it, that's how you do it. What's optimized on my modeling in? This is 2015 SP1. Optinium, you are an industry character artist yourself. Love to do hand-painted stuff in my own time, and was thinking of doing some Dota. What's the best way to advertise your creations? Best way to advertise your creations so you can start getting votes, huh? Honestly, dude, I mean, once you submit something to the workshop, it's about people spreading it to their friends and everything along those lines. And that's how it gets popular, it gets into the front page, and then it just explodes from there on out. Now, some people will post it, you know, on their own Facebook and, you know, start pushing it across. Us ourselves, we have the LiveWorkshop.com, the website, where we actually help artists, you know, show their awesome work. So if we feel that, you know, these guys are doing a really good job, they deserve to get more people to see them. We will put them on the front page on the banner that spans across, and we'll also push them onto our Facebook page that has, you know, thousands of people visiting it. So we try to help the community that way as well. Can I show how to view the subjects in the game? Dota tools? Oh, the characters? I would have to start running Dota and do all that stuff. Yeah, let's do it real quick for you. For everybody. Let me save this as a new file, actually. $2015, not 2010. 2015, something like. Yeah, for sure, Optimium. Sure, man. Alright, so to run the tools, you need to go into your crap. You need to go into your library. And you want to run Dota 2. And then it's gonna ask you, hey, you want to launch Dota tools or you want to play Dota 2? Yeah, I want to launch Dota 2. So don't use the shortcut on your desktop or anything. You gotta make sure you right-click Dota 2 in here. Don't go into like the tools over here or anything like that. That's gonna just crash. Go in here and say, hey, launch the Dota tools. Okay, so then it's gonna launch this thing. You're gonna tell it to launch the item tools instead of loading all this other stuff that's for like mods and all this crap, right? So just launch item tools. And it actually launches the game, so it'll take a few minutes, depending on what kind of system you got. Oh, did I knock my camera back? Oh, and I knocked it. I was actually running Dota in the back and then this thing on top too, so you can actually load your shit. And it's actually loading all the stuff that we have submitted so far. It's a lot of stuff. But anyways, you can skip this stuff and go to create item. And in here is where you go down this. I don't know why this is at the bottom, it should be at the top, but you go to select hero. And let's say, just go for the sake of argument, you go to clinks. And you're gonna make a head item. And then you just go to wearable. If you're making courier, you go to courier, ward, contract submission. If Valve wants you to make something, they know you, whatever, you've been in there for a while, they'll do that. This is for images template. This is, what is this for? Loading screens, well, it says right there, it's pretty straightforward. If you're making an item, you go down here, you select the item it's for, you click the wearable item, and in here you can do name your file, whatever it is, like test x, whatever. And then you start loading your meshes. I'm not gonna go through the process because I'm gonna have to go. Ah, fuck. Over here. Damn it. Do I not have clinks in here? I don't even know where I put this thing. Why do you want to go through it? Okay. Oh, I think I know where. Second. I'm looking for my SMDs, which were already rigged. What's the finals? Models, SMDs, here we go. Alright, so we said, what was it, the head? Let's go. 0, I guess that was. And then we want the LOD1, the different LODs. The LOD0 is optional, so you can just do an LOD1. It's less polygons. Okay. And then you load in your materials. There should be like a load session when you're making your first item, but the first one. Then you have to go to your textures. Case. Head. A head color. Normal map. I mean, whatever, you can go through all these and specify them. Oh, it's not letting me put them all. You want to put in all your materials, your speculars, and all those things in there, of course. Okay, so then you can see there our head item for Clinks. You can see the durag, the hair, and the durag strands going towards the back. Now in here is I think where you can do like select the wearables, and you can say the ones that you've put together before already. What was that? The back? Oh, that was the weapon. Okay, so we don't have a weapon, so I haven't actually exported a weapon. We do have a weapon, but I haven't exported. So let's just grab the gloves. The gloves should be in here somewhere. There's the gloves. And the back. Here. Shoulder piece. That's it. Hit OK. And you start seeing our Clinks with the default bow. Even though we have our own bow for our pirate Clinks that we're kind of finishing up still. And you can make this screen larger, I don't know what. And this still needs a little bit of material work, that's why we haven't finished it yet. A little bit of material work and a little bit of texture work, but almost there. Auto. There's somewhere we can load the session before this. Because I mean you can save your session and then bring it back in, so maybe it's before, maybe I missed it somewhere. Just look for the save sessions, you have to do that all over, or the first item anyways. But anyways, that's how you see your work. And once in here you can hit next. You don't want to submit it actually. Back, sorry. Where do you test it? Textures, you can see all the animations. Different lighting stuff on it. Where was the testing game? Thought it was before hitting the submit. Oh, there, the very first thing. I don't know why I kept glazing over. It's like I know it was in here somewhere. So anyways, you can go to preview in game and it's actually gonna load it over here into your loading screen, which is actually really nice. You get to see the the LODs here. Oh crap, it didn't load on here. Maybe because I went back and forth a few times, it didn't like that. Okay, so that used to work before. I don't know if it's a patch or because I went back and forth. Oh, look, it got reset back here for some reason. Alright, let's select the wearables again. It's probably because I went into the submit section, and that probably messed it up, so don't do that. Oh, what was this, the gloves? I think. Put on the back, and we'll put on the shoulder. And then we do test session. There it goes. Okay, so now, oh man, that's looking pretty good. So we can start seeing our Clink set. It's obviously missing some material work that I still want to do on it. A little bit of highlights on the texture, and it's missing the bow, which we haven't actually finished texturing yet either. But it's like, hey man, that's looking pretty good in the selection screen. You know, all the items came through, the colors are separating. You know, the metal needs to come through still quite a little bit, so we'll touch those up. And then I guess we can do the demo of the hero, so you can actually see it into the game. Click that, and you can check it inside of the game. Serrano for? I actually have something planned for Anti-Mage. That's a little Star Warsy, but still Dota-ish at the same time. Barnacle's OP. The fuck was that?
30 seconds to
Oh, well, there you go. Now, the scale of the screen, it's really annoying, so I have to figure out how to make this full screen so I can see all the resolution. Or Kling's character here, but really scaled down to my screen. We're actually not seeing all the pixels on the poly count and everything on him. Details. Oh god, did I select that? Oh. Looks like it's missing the self-illumination mask. Oh yeah, I didn't load any of the materials actually, so it's even worse than what we actually had as a placeholder for the work that we have done, or enemies did so far for this space stuff. So yeah, has no materials on it at all. So actually, it's supposed to look a lot better than this. The dagger glows green, of course, and eyes glow, and metal, and all these other things. Now it's just like flat color. That's why the durag is all shiny and looks. But anyways, that's it, man. That's how you test it in the game, and then go in here and close your Dota out or whatever. Actually, if you close this, I think it closes out your session too. So don't close out of this stuff. It kind of freaks you over. You're still working over here. Yeah, that's it, man. I should do a tutorial, like an actual tutorial of it, and put it up on the website. But there's a quick run through for you. It is very Pirates of the Caribbean. The durag, the super long durag. Let's Pirates have actually super long durags. You just don't see them that often. LiveWorkshop, is it hard to publish your stuff on the Steam Workshop? Well, I just showed you, like if you scan your stuff to the skeleton that they provide, and then you export that as SMD, you just do what I did right there, and you can shoot it over to the workshop and publish it. You just need to do a little thumbnails and little art, art things to show it off and things like that. No, that was a process right there, more or less. I think most people just kind of get lost with the tools and everything. So yeah, we just did like a quick run through to show you guys. And that's done. And I had forgotten. I mean, I haven't actually submitted with it yet. I just kind of ran through it before, so I knew how it was done. And I kind of, I forgot some of the things and where things were placed, but we figured it out in a few. These guys have to clip a little bit, otherwise they're not. But I really do actually like these things because they echo a little bit of the armor that the default mod. I think I like that a lot. Maybe we can get even spikier. Some of this stuff. Sure. Oh, we definitely need to UV map this stuff, but for the sake of the model and the art direction, I'm willing to UV map some of it. Hands down. I don't mind redoing work if it's gonna make a better project. So let's do a quick polycount for this, guys. Where we're at. So I'm gonna have to double them up so I can count them. The mirror doesn't count the polygons. So let's see where we're at. 184. Is that accurate? No. So the chains, that's the thing with the chains. Chains, because they have an inside and outside and bevels on both sides, they add tons to the poly counts of things. So the chains alone are 138 polygons. So that put us right at 250. These guys have less sides. They're more triangulated. They're flat to the sides. They're flat on the inside, So these are more like a pyramid kind of shape. So it saves an entire fourth if you're counting it, in the ratios. So this thing is at 184 polygons, which gives us still a lot of room to play with. If we want to add anything else to this thing, maybe we want to make it, I don't know, add a bevel to the back, or I don't know, something else. Maybe this spike goes downwards and creates a cooler shape. So let's try that out. Without the proportional, please. Well, I mean, I'm not crazy about that part right now, but Give it a chance. See where this takes us.
Must be out of my mind. Would I go chasing after? I had myself to blame. I knew it meant disaster.
This actually kind of helps hide the square edges at the same time, so helping in a lot of different ways, right? But even at this polygon, we can maybe add another couple edges and make that a little bit more round. Look pretty cool. You're welcome, Yarga. Sarah, before shut up. The sword is ridiculously big in my opinion. Let's take a look. Yeah, it is pretty big. Well, I think that we made it like we oversized it because we're gonna have it flying around by itself. Since he was gonna have his hands tied behind his back, like chained behind his back. So the sword flying around by itself needed to be a little bit larger. And yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe we went a little too big on it. Need it now. I guess we're also trying to match the length of the default one. And maybe make it a tiny bit bigger too. I don't know, man. Maybe you're right. Grab all these. Side here. Grab all this few. Okay, good. Scale down from him. I'll make a cluster out of that so I can select that easier next time. Don't have to think about it so much. Let's move this chains out of the way since I'll be doing this chain. Let's see, is it hard to publish your work stuff on the workshop? I was talking about start selling it on Steam. You need some sort of approval first. How big a chance is to officially add it to Dota? So it comes down to Valve seeing it and then liking it and then putting it into the game. So I mean that part is, I'm not gonna lie, it is more on the difficult side of things, but you know, a lot of people have been doing it for a while, so a little easier for the people that have created a working relationship and a track record with Valve. But you know, you gotta work just as hard as the rest of the people did to get your stuff in and noticed. So it's it really comes down to your skill, your perseverance. Oh shit, perseverance? Isn't that right? Pull out the wind. Tired, and I'm still fucking hungry as hell. But yeah, man, if you stick with it long enough, and your work is, you know, it stands out, and there's quality work in it, then you know you should have a pretty good chance of eventually getting in there. You know, some of the sets take a while to get in. There might be a backlog, or I don't know. You know, many things could happen in the side of Valve that people don't realize. They're working on a lot of things and looking at a lot of stuff at the same time. Nothing is immediate. You know what I'm thinking back here? I'm thinking this guy should be maybe the larger one. Smaller ones towards the front. Maybe upset him every now and then. I don't know, I feel like we can get something more interesting happening back. It is good. Good crate. Might keep those guys there, but duplicate them. In case I just mess up completely. What if they better or sure. Abaddon with an actual face? I think that's a damn straight. Oh, cool! You found the picture of the Wraith King, or sorry, the. Oh no, it is well, isn't that the Death Knight from Warcraft 3? Which I guess is the what is this, the? It's the Death Knight from Dota 1, which is really the death. It's a Death Knight from Warcraft 3, right? I think they just changed the texture or something around because that looks kind of too colorful for the Death Knight, but yeah. Interesting. Alright, so Abaddon is the Lord of Avernus. However, in Roman mythology, Avernus was the entrance to the underworld. And since Abaddon was bathed and meditated in the mist, maybe you could do some sort of undead glowy mist particles for the set, Manny. We're not doing any special effects, man. We want to make sure that all these sets work right out of the box for Valve to put in, and we don't have to wait for Source 2 tools, man. You're welcome, Dingiri. Yeah, I mean, I would love to do special effects for all our sets, but they won't get accepted until, you know, so doesn't make sense for us to kind of bank on that information right now. We don't know if when those tools will get released, or if Valve will start taking special effects again, or, you know, we don't know. So we're gonna make the sets that we're working on right now, the 5 sets and the courier, all work without special effects. But trust me, man, I would love to be able to keep creating special effects. Not a good idea though. I'm not crazy about this. I think I'm gonna read this. So that stays flat. Try to bring this guy over. Try and keep a low poly count as much as I can. We have extra polygon. Realize these guys. Another cut. Patch those. That mesh. Save us a new. This one doesn't work out. You never know. Never perfect. Most of the time. Do I have any good tutorials to suggest for low poly? Hand painted stuff, excuse me. Low poly hand painted stuff, any good tutorials? I do not. The best thing I can tell you to do is to watch our past broadcasts and see how we did our stuff here step by step. I'm usually really good about explaining why we do things, how to do it with the program, but to actually the reasons behind it, art theory behind it, and the design theory behind it. Yeah, you know, try to keep that in mind as we're creating models here. Want people to why, isn't it? No, not AutoCAD. This is Softimage. It's similar to Maya and 3D Studio Max, etc. Yeah, I hear you, Saranafor. I would do the hair for him as well that way, but we're gonna do it with textures. Can't do special effects right now. How many megabytes do the sets have usually? It's not about megabytes. The textures have a size, which then translates to megs, or but that's you don't worry about that. You worry about the size of your textures, and then you worry about the poly count for your models. And all those poly counts and restrictions are set in the workshop page for that you can see in Steam and Steam Workshop. Every hero has their own separate ones. I did this. See, so both were perfectly in the. Stuff is not. And I guess I want to keep that kind of diamond shape, kind of. This guy's good. Let me go in the middle. Use another cut down. Are you? These little points which start merging together into the sign. This guy should. I'm not sure. A little bit thicker, I think. Come through. Getting too thin too quick. Pull these guys in a little bit. Getting a little too thick front. All these lines work. super thin in the front. These guys should not be. Somewhere. Within on time. 3 in the morning. Hold. When you're the. My mic is not picking me up consistently. Oh, I was almost whispering as I was talking. Sorry about that, guy. I was just thinking to myself. This guy's a little bit. See, all those spikes start, you know, Better, yeah. Right. Yeah. I gotta finesse some things. Trying to take pretty good shit. Say point. Want that to go thinner.
If it's silent in dismay, it won't break this feeling down. If I conquer this my way, I'd devour, I'd surround. If it hurts you just a little, then it heals you when it's done. Disappointment is
Losing that V cut that we see on his around his arm. Going to keep that. Round piece. Hey Manny, when you have time, could you show us the steps from when you have your low poly modeled to start sculpting? Excuse me, you mean to ZBrush? Yeah, I mean, as we push this guy into ZBrush, we'll definitely be showing that. That'll probably happen tomorrow, though. For tonight, we're still in the low poly stuff, and we're not gonna get to setting this up. I'm gonna go a little bit here and make some dinner because it's getting kind of late, and I don't want to destroy my schedule. But we'll definitely be showing how we push this onto ZBrush and how we start sculpting in ZBrush. All that detail and decrepitness and everything that we're gonna be pushing onto this guy. Tips for this guy, are coming through. That's all these stuff. This guy's to start actually going into the shoulders a little bit as well. If we want, I can really kind of exaggerate this guy's and have him become part of the shoulder a little bit. But I'm not sure if that's gonna be too much or what. You know, we just test stuff. Yeah, how far is too far? And from the looks of it, I mean, I don't think we've reached too far. Especially with Dota. You know, I think Valve kind of likes the exaggeration, armor, and the fantasy elements. I think that's something that I need to put a little bit more. seeing. Pretty flat as possible. It's armor. And we had this guy. A little bit dimples in his front piece as well. Just looking. Sterling polygon, which is gonna be really unique. We're also gonna have hair animated with some clever rigging on the skeleton with the cape and those extra bones that it's got in. We're gonna make clever use of those. Creating some really nice lines for us, sign wise. So glad we opened this thing up. We weren't even gonna open it tonight. Who knows what this might have looked like otherwise. I bet you, like, just if we, like, there's like a multi-universe somewhere else, and you know, the Manny from that dimension decided not to open this file and work on Lena instead with you guys. And then he came back to this guy like the next day or something. Next week, he would have been a completely different design. Really happy with this stuff tonight. Move this guys out of the way a little bit. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. The exporting and subdividing, etc. Yeah, we'll be showing that RSK. This stream has a lot less latency than usual? Like it's running a lot faster for you, or what do you mean? Maybe you can still add the chain to the back hanging from the neck as if it broke off? Just an idea. Let's see, man, let's see. Bring this guy in. So I'm gonna duplicate it. The other one in place, so up with the transform. It's hanging from the back, you were saying? Oh, let's see, you're saying like on the back, like by escape? I don't think we're gonna have the polygon in the back like we said we would, because we added that second layer of cape. I'll put it in there just for you for now. It does look pretty freaking cool. Okay, let's do a count on the back, see how far off we are. Maybe we can simplify the polygon on the cave. I kind of went overboard because that's the only thing we had on the back at the point. So let's see, 292 polygons out of, where's our back? 300. Okay, so we're at poly count just with the capes. And there's like another, what would you say before, 140 or something? 138, holy shit. That's kind of a guess. So yeah, with all those things, we're at 430 polygons. It would work for LOD 0. Maybe for LOD 1, we kind of just do the top side of the chains, or actually I bet you if I try I can probably fit them in there. Yeah, why not, man? I'll add them in for you. I'll find a way to do it, dude. Maybe we do them with more like flatter chains that have an alpha inside instead of being completely 3D. Hey guys, that's looking pretty dope. Hard to Trask Abyssal Sword, his ghostly hair, his ripped up eyes that are gonna look like this. His new spiky armor that kind of rhymes with the rest of his armor. His cape over top of his loincloth. This is gonna be tight, you guys. Actually really excited for this set now. You're thinking near the front? Well, if we keep it in the front, I think there's gonna be a lot of stuff in the front at that point, like still attached to the horse, maybe in the front spike or something, or like this. You know, I mean, yeah, either way kind of works. I mean, I doubt we can do both unless we do the square things with just alphas. But let's tackle that tomorrow, because yeah, I mean, both of these. You know, both of them look really cool. I mean, this is what we had before, so I mean, we liked it before. It's just when he dies, the chains are gonna stretch like crazy, which, I mean, I don't really care about. If you guys don't care, I don't care. He does fall off his horse, doesn't he, for his death sequence? I forget. Or is that the Chaos Knight that falls off his horse completely? Actually, no, doesn't this guy just go into like a little turmoil and disappear? Yeah, maybe blue, okay. Maybe we'll be alright. Touch to the saddle so we won't... Oh, it depends on his animations that are already in game. We're not changing the animations, so we gotta make it work with that stuff. Even if it stretches, it might be okay. Anyways, I'm gonna say goodnight for tonight, guys. We'll come back tomorrow. Make sure you guys throw us a follow. Join our Steam group if you get a notification on your PC. That's where you're watching this from. If not, just make sure you follow us, join up, sub up if you guys want to see the past broadcasts that we have, or see the older ones on LiveWorkshop.com. That's it, having signing off from the Live Workshop. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Have a good night. Food time!